Hello, hello. Let's see who is here today. I'm gonna get my phone. See if you can listen to me, if you can see me, if you can hear me. And let's see. Let's see. Let's see who's here. If anybody's here. If anybody's accompanying me right now. Let's find the groups. Where are we? Time management. Here we are. Okay, I'm here and I have somebody here in the comments. And I have somebody here in the perfect. Okay. Cynthia, is that your name? Hello. Nice to see you around. Thank you for being here. Okay. Let's see who's in the class today. Welcome. I'm full of allergies, so my voice is a little bit runny and noisy. And, I'm talking through my nose today. I'm sorry about that. But I don't know why allergies have been unleashed this couple of days. This is the cold and the changes of temperature. But anyway, I'm here. I'm feeling great. It's just my nose. How are you guys? How are you today? Let's see. Since you say hello, how are you? Let me just send you hi over here. Let's see if I find it. There you go. A hi for you. Great to see you. Happy you're here. Let's wait a little bit, a couple of minutes, to see who joins the class today. I am streaming from an outside program called OBS where I can show you all my slides, but there's a little delay from the computer, from my computer to from what I'm saying to what I'm seeing in the screen. So I try not to stop too much and just keep looking at the phone to see if you guys are there. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's good. Let's send some little hearts. I'm going to just tag everyone here in this. So I know, I'm sorry about my nose. So I know that everyone will watch this reply of this class today. Excellent. Okay, I tagged everyone. Everybody's tagged already. It is great to be here. We have a good class today, class number 2. If you had the chance to do class number 1, let me know in the comments. If you're watching this as a replay, please let me know if you watched the first class, if you had done the if you have done the homework and the call to action that was asked for you to do. It's very important that we commit. Like I said in the first day of the class, the most important thing is to participate, to commit, to be here, to compromise, to do what is asked. Otherwise, nothing is going to change and I won't be able to help you with your time management. So in order to change something, you really have to play and you really have to be there and commit. And that is the only payment that I want from you from this free class. I want you to be committed to work towards a solution and to work towards the activities that we do here. And of course, share it and invite your friends because I am sure a lot of people can benefit from this. So let's see who else joins the class. If not, I'm just going to start and we can, everybody can watch the class later. The class was supposed to be at 3, but because of last minute medical appointment, not for me, for one of my kids, I had to change it for this hour. And I thought that this hour was going to be easier for people to watch it, but it seems that we had more more viewers last time we did it at 3 o'clock, but it's okay. I will do the class anyway. I'll start in 1 minute and see who joins the class. If not, you can always watch it later. So let me just change to the slides of the time management. Let's see if we have it here. There you go. Time management. So today's class number 2, guys. Today's class number 2 of this time management free course. In the first class, we talked, let's just give a little resume of what we did. In the first class, I welcome you. I told you my goal with this class is to help you organize your time because you asked for it in the group Cake Friends Stay Creative. So I answered. We started the class with an overview of everything that we were going to do in this class. We talked about the myth about creative people, which later I addressed in this week's episode of the Art Cake Coach podcast that you can watch. The links are here in the group. You can see it there. Then I talk a little bit about my story, why I decided to start with time management. I was overwhelmed with a lot of things to do, with many stuff to do at the same time. And now I still do everything, and I believe a little bit more of what I used to do. But the difference is that I organize my time so I don't feel tired and overwhelmed. I also ask you to take action, to play full out, and to be here and to do the activities like I said before. And as a call to action, as a homework, I ask you guys to write down a list of all the tasks that you usually do during a day or during a week, and tell us, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about those tasks? Are they too much? Are they too little? Were you overwhelmed more by what was on your head, or actually when you put it on writing, you saw there's a lot going on and I need help? And then I ask you to check which one of those tasks you could ask help for or outsource, as simple as helping you with the house chores, or somebody driving your kids to their activities and not having to be you. So simple as that. We do it here at home. We help each other. I help my husband. My husband helps me. My kids help in the house. So everybody has a task, and not everything is on me. So because it's too much. It's too much for just one person. And I know a lot of you happen to have the same problem, right? We think we're superheroes and we can do everything. So today's class is about what means time management, what really means, the importance and the consequences of a good time management and a poor time management. Then we're going to move on to determine your why. Your why is the reason behind why you're doing this. We kind of talk about it in the first class, but today we're going to go deeper. And we're going to start setting clear goals. The only way to know where we're going is to know where we stand, and to set the goals is to create that roadmap that will take me from point A to point B. And then, of course, we have the homework for the end of the class, because in every class you will have a call to action or a homework to do. What you can do after this homework, if you have any questions, any doubts, or you want to share how you felt doing the homework, please leave it in the comments here. I will write a post after each class, one with the slides of all the class that we saw, and another one with the biggest takeaway from the class. So under that post of the biggest takeaway, share how was it? Share how was it for you? How was the homework? How did you feel? Did you find out anything new about it? Just tell us, and tell me if you want. You can tag me so we can have a conversation. I can help you in any way possible. So let's get started. What is time management? Before we get into that, before we get into this, let's just wait a little bit. And I want you to because last class we did it and I think it's really good. Let's just close our eyes, take a deep breath. I cannot take a deep breath today because my nose is absolutely stuck from allergies, but let's take a deep breath and relax those shoulders and close your eyes and just be here now. If you're doing something else and you can stop doing it and just pay attention to the class, do that. If not, Just listen to it and watch it later and truly pay attention, okay? Because what I want you is to be here and now. The only way we manage our time correctly is to be in the moment and not be either in the past or in the future thinking of all the things that I want to do or that I need to do. That just create a sense of being more overwhelmed. So let's be here and let's be now, okay? Okay, now we can go. You can take more breath than me. My nose is like, forget it. Okay, so what is time management? Okay, guys, let me give you some news that you might, I think you know, but you might not have come to realize that just yet. The day has only 24 hours, and we're all entitled to only those 24 hours. We cannot have more, we cannot have less. Well, maybe less if you sleep a lot, but that's the time we have. So when we think of time management, we are not stretching the amount of hours in the day. This is what time management is. Time management is the process of directing how much time of those 24 hours is spent on certain activities, not how many activities we can do in 1 hour. When we think about time management, and most of the time when people struggle with time management, the idea is I need to take the best of the time and do more. Not necessary. You have to think, let's change that mindset. Let's change that thinking and think, how much time can I dedicate to this activity in order to finish it? That's what is time management. We're managing the only 24 hours we have. We don't have any more. Okay, so that's what we need to focus on. We need to set that thinking in our head. The good thing about this concept, when we really think that you are directing how much time you spend in X activity, okay, that gives you a sense of control. You have the control. Isn't it good to have the control? Isn't it good to have the power to say, I'm going to do this because I choose to do it. Not because I have to do it, but because I choose to do it. Everything changes. Guys, believe me, everything changes in life when you start facing things like, I choose to do it, or I choose to think this way, or I choose to eat this food, or I choose to do this activity, instead of I have to. When we have the feeling of I have to do this task and I don't feel like it. And I've been dragging this project for so long. Somebody shared with us in the group the other day that procrastinates because it has a project there. It's been there, sitting there in the desk for a little while and doesn't seem to have the strength to get and go and do it. Part of it is I either choose to do it or I either choose not to do it. But either way, we are in charge, either taking responsibility for not doing it or taking charge to say, yes, this is my time. I'm going to do it because I am in control. Time doesn't control me. Life doesn't control me. My family doesn't control me. Whatever's happening in the world doesn't control me. I am in control. And that goes beyond time management. That goes for a lot of things. So let's, first of all, change that mindset that we need to stretch the hours in order to do more, and think about the empowerment that is to say, I direct how much time I'm going to use in a certain activity because I choose to. You take responsibility, your mindset shifts and changes, and you are there 100%. So that is the first lesson of today, one of the takeaways. This is the true concept of time management. Now, what happens when we face poor time management? Poor time management creates stress and headaches. You must know that, I'm sure. I'm sure this is not new for you guys. Let me just check in here just a second to see if we have any more comments. No, we don't. Poor time management creates stress and headaches. The more time you spend figuring out what to do, the more stressed and overwhelmed you feel. You're wasting actually time figuring out what to do because you don't have anything planned. So you have to sit and it's like, oh, What is it that I had to do today? And then you wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, I have to do so many things. I have to do this and that. And in your head, it looks this huge and big. And when you put it in writing, it's not that big. I mean, you will see that it's not that much. I always tell this even to my kids when they come overwhelmed, just to write it on a notebook, and you find out that it's not that much. So this might cause you to make poor decisions because you're overwhelmed, you're stressed, you're in a bad mindset, you're not yourself, you're just in a negative state, and to procrastinate because we procrastinate for many reasons, and one of them being, I don't want to face this. It's too much. So I don't want to face it, so I just don't do it. By not understanding how to manage your time wisely, you will feel unmotivated. That happens. Less productive. Of course, you're going to do less, and fail to set priorities. All of that comes from poor time management. And if we come back and say and see that time management is actually being in control of how much time you spend in a certain activity, this is out of control, and we don't want out of control. Out of control gives our energy to everything that is outside, gives our energy to the stress, to the overwhelm, to the procrastination, and not to where we need to put our energy, which is in our work, right? Especially we as cake artists, we need our energy, we need our creativity. So we cannot, I cannot emphasize this too much. We cannot let this run our lives. We need to be in charge, okay? Now, the why is good to have time management. Now, let's go to the other side, right? Why is important? Good time management makes happy people, right? If here we are stressed and full of headaches and overwhelmed and procrastinate, in the other side of the spectrum, we have that we're really happy. Time management is important because this leads us to improve efficiency, productivity, help you prioritize your tasks, gives you a clear overview of work structure, and can help you stay focused. Isn't this what we all dream about? I mean, who doesn't want to be efficient and productive and to know what to do every day and to have a structure and to be focused in your task and finish what you're doing? I do. That's why that's why I work on this, because this makes the whole difference. Even when you choose not to do it, you feel like you're in control. It's like, okay, I had this plan, but I'm not going to dedicate my time to this. I'm going to dedicate it to another activity. But I'm in control. It's my decision. It's not like, oh, I don't know what to do. No, it's my decision. So let's go back for a little while to this poor time management. And I want to ask you a quick question. What I want you to do is, we have somebody. We have Sifat. Hello, sweetie. How are you? Welcome to the time management class. I started about, 10 minutes ago, probably. But you can always go back and rewatch the class so you don't miss anything. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I want you to go and ask yourself. Now, you have a notebook, right? Not ask yourself. You have a notebook that you are supposed to have for this class. And in that notebook, I want you to write the following question. When you are in this state, of being stressed and overwhelmed and procrastinate and not motivated and not managing your time, how does it make you feel? Just write it down. Write that down in your notebook. How does not being in control of my time make me feel? And next, I want you to write the next question. And then you write your answer, of course. And then I want you to write the next question. Do I really want to change that? Do I really want to change my poor time management? Be honest. Be absolutely honest. And I'm going to tell you why. The only way we're going to change something is being absolutely honest to ourselves, about ourselves, and about where we are, where we're standing. And sometimes being in this situation is actually comfortable because we can blame it on time, right? We can blame it on something else. We can blame it on, oh, I didn't have time to do it. I'm sorry. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just so stressed. There's too much going on. There could be too much going on, but at the end of the day, you decide in what you focus your energies. And even when you say no, and in the future class, in the third class, we're going to learn to say no. as one of the techniques to manage our time. Even when you say no, you say it properly because you choose to say no. You're not blaming time. You choose to say no, which is different. So remember, in this part, write down in your notebook 2 questions. How does having a poor time management make you feel? And next, do you really want to change that? You can write it down and then answer later while you're alone and calm and have time, whatever you feel like it. Or you can answer it right away as you feel, whatever. Now, in the second slide, I want you to think of this. Do I want this? Do I want efficiency, productivity? Do I want priorities? Do I want structure? Do I want to be focused? Do I really want it? Because there's work involved. You have to compromise. You have to work on this. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So do you really want it? And how would it make you feel if you can have a week full of all of this? Efficiency, productivity, priorities, structure, and just a week. I'm not saying your whole life. I'm saying just a week of work like this. How would that make you feel? Okay, so same question in both scenarios, poor time management and good time management. How does it make you feel and do you really want it? How would you feel if you can have all of this? Okay. Next, of course, is when you think about the poor time management, the good time management, all of the good things that are in the other side of the rainbow, and you feel like I can achieve this. I can do a lot with the time that I'm giving. There comes another question. What do I want to do with that time? Okay, so we're going to start to focus on something very important. There are goals. Okay, and of course, you cannot have goals if you don't have a why, if you don't have a reason. Okay, so if you can see, the questions that I asked you before are all they all lean towards finding a reason. If you don't have a reason behind what you're doing, whatever reason it is, it could be because everybody's mad at me because I don't seem to finish anything. That could be a reason, okay? Or because I really want to improve and scale my business, and this is something that is on the way. That could be a reason. But find the true reason. That's why it's important to write down the answer to the 2 questions I asked you before, and to really understand what is your motivation behind taking this class and behind finding out how to manage your time properly, okay? Nothing changes without a reason, but a true reason. What is your real reason for wanting to change your time management? And I'm going to give you an exercise. What you have to do, hi, hello, sweetie, how are you? I'm so happy to see you. Big hug, big hug, big hug. Dear, you can watch the class, all the rest of the class again, okay? It's going to be recorded here. If you're not, if you just arrived, I can go back a little bit and just mention it, but I recommend you to later go and watch it. Okay, so let's go back to the real reason. Nothing changes if you don't have a reason why. And I want to give you this exercise. So let's go back for a little bit. We had poor time management, all that happens with poor time management, stress, overwhelm, poor decisions, everything. So remember, 2 questions you need to ask yourself at this stage. How does all of this makes me feel? And do I want to change this? Be honest. Be absolutely honest. Like I said before, this is a great excuse not to keep going. I mean, you can blame it on all of this and not taking responsibility. And it's a comfortable situation. So be absolutely honest. Why do I want to change this? Then, of course, you go into the good time management. What happens when you have this, the efficiency, the productivity? How would it make you feel when you achieve all of this? And why do you want it? Okay? So you have those first 2 whys. Why not? And why yes, right? But I want you to take your yes and your no and ask yourself 7 times why. I'm going to give you an example. Imagine I say, well, the real reason I want to change my time management is because I want to be more productive. Okay, why? Well, I want to be more productive because I want to make more. I want to make more cakes and make more money. Good. Why? There's two whys. Because I want to make more money so my business can scale and I can help my family. Why? Three whys. Because I want to help my family because we really need it. The situation is hard. Everything with the financial what's going on in the financial world, everything is more expensive, and we really need an extra income, a true extra income. Okay, why? Because I want to give the best to my family and to have all the opportunities and to scale my business and to make a business that will last. Why? I mean, we're only on five whys and we're already talking about family and scaling business. I want you to keep going because when you get to the final why, you realize there's something really powerful, really, really powerful behind everything that we do. Okay, whatever it is, if it's your family, if it's helping financially, if it is your mental health because the stress is consuming you, whatever it is, but you're going to keep asking yourself 7 times why until you find that true reason. And if you want it, you can share it here in the group. We will be happy to hear it. If not, if it's personal, if it's for you, just write it down in your notebook. And that is your real why, because that seventh why is the one that's going to give you that drive to change. And that's for everything, not just for time management. That's for everything in life. So find out your why, because without that, nothing is going to change and you're going to keep making excuses about time and it's too much, I'm overwhelmed, I have too much to do, and the kids, are in my way, and my husband bothers me, and whatever. Okay, so it's comfortable. I'm telling you, everything that I say here is because I put it in practice on me first. Okay, and when I tell you that it's comfortable, it is. I've been there and I've done that. It's so comfortable to blame it on everybody else or blame it on the weather, whatever. It's so comfortable because, you don't take responsibility. But once you realize this why and you truly take responsibility, the world changes. Believe me, I know. Okay, next step. We got serious for a little while. Let me just take some water. Do you have any comments, guys? Say something. Say something. How are you? Any comments? Any questions? So remember, let's go back a little bit. This is about first of all, the concept of time management, remember, is how much you dedicate to an activity, how much time. It's directly, right? You have the control. It's not how many things I can do in 1 hour. It's not that. It's having the control of directing your time. Then you have all the bad things that happen when you have poor time management, the good things that happen, and of course, you need to find your reason. Now, once you find your reason, that's like the gasoline, right? That is like the motor that, that drives you to say, yes, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to be consistent no matter what, because there's a reason behind all of this. Consistency is very important, but we're going to get to consistency in the next class. The next point is I can manage my time wisely. Yes, I can learn how to set block time and organize my activities in a way that I can achieve results, because I'm not going to say achieve as much as I can, achieve results of what I want. But results of what? What do you want? You can have an agenda full of something, and those something are tasks, and my tasks are set by what I want to achieve, by my goals, right? So it's very, very important to do this, to first of all sit down and figure it out. What are your goals? In the private group that I have for coaching, I have one in English and one in Spanish. We're going to talk about those at the end of the class. The month of January was all about goal setting. And if you want to know more about it, I also have a takeaway from each class on my podcast. from the month of January as well. So you can find all the information, all that we talk about in these groups. The difference is in the private group, we do it more personally, and we have a follow-up coaching session in person. I mean, in person, online, but I can see them and talk to them, because that way you will really know if you're going the right way or if it's working for you. But one of the things we did is we wrote down all of our goals, and then we set SMART goals. SMART goals is a technique. It's not mine. I learned it from other coaches. I learned it when I was learning how to manage my time. And it's very simple. You take your goals, you write down your goals on a notebook, right? And then you take each one of those goals, try to organize them by importance if you can. And then each one of your goals, you're going to ask yourself the following questions. And SMART stands, the S for specific, M for measurable, A achievable, R relevant, and T time oriented. So you have to ask yourself for each one of your goals. Are they specific? For example, I'm going to give you the example, and I keep repeating this example, but it's an example we can relate, and it's tangible. I want to lose weight. Okay, I want to lose weight this year. This is the year I'm going to lose weight. Okay, so be specific. How much weight do you want to lose by the end of the year? Oh, okay. I want to say 10 kilos. Okay, good. So you have an amount. It's specific, very specific. By the end of the year, you have 10 kilos less. Good. Is it measurable? Yes, because I can step on a scale every couple of weeks or every week, and I can see if things are going my way, right? If I'm actually losing the weight or not. Is it achievable? Yes, it's not that much of a weight. So yeah, in a year, I can even divide how many kilos I need to lose in 1 month. Let's say 12 kilos. So I have 1 kilo a month. So yeah, it's doable. Is it relevant? Yes, it is, because I really need it for my health, and I'm going to feel nice and pretty, and I'm going to be healthier. Okay, time oriented. Yes, I have a starting date, that is today, and I have a finish date, that is the 31st of December of this year. See? So by going my goal through that filter, I can understand that I can do it, and there's a way to plan it. Simple as that. But imagine you have another goal that is, I want to be a millionaire. Okay. Okay. So be specific. When? How much? By which year, month, or time do you want it? How can you measure? How can you do it? Because one of the parts of the achievable is, do you have the tools to do it? Okay. I'm going to give you another example. You know, those who know me and who follow me everywhere in social media know that I am not a fan of sugar flower. I mean, I love sugar flowers, but not making them. For me, that's a mystery of nature, how to make sugar flowers. And I take my head off, my hat off when I see these amazing artists that do these flowers. I mean, it's so delicate and it's so time consuming, and it's not for me. It's not my cup of tea. I do other things. And imagine I said, well, this year I want, Cristina, I want to participate on a cake collaboration or a cake competition doing sugar flowers, and I want to win gold. In 1 year, you don't even know how to cut a petal. It's like, calm down, wait. Because you will really, I mean, you could do it, but you will have to practice so much and apply so much time to that. So is it time oriented? Can you do it? Do you have the resources? Do you have the time to do it? By that time, will you have the skills to be that? Maybe not. So maybe I'll put that for next 5 years, probably. I'll do it. So when you run your goals through this mat, or through this let's say process of SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time oriented, you will know if your goals are, first of all, as important as you thought they were, if they are achievable, if you have the skills and you can achieve them or not, and you will know the time frame. When do you have them? When do you need to have them done? So that those three factors will tell you, or will help you prioritize your goals, because you can prioritize. And today I shared about that on the coaching group and on my social media on Instagram. To prioritize, you need to know if things are, if you can prioritize by time frame that, okay, this needs to go first and that's it. You can prioritize by knowing if the goals are related. For example, let's say health wise, I need I don't know, an intervention, and I need money for the intervention. So I need to raise my capital as well, my money, my finances. So those two have to go together. I need to put this together in my list. But maybe I need to create, I don't know, a course, to sell the course, to make the money to go to the doctor. So the course will go first. That way you can prioritize your goal because you will have a time frame, okay? And you will know how important they are and how able to achieve them are the goals. Again, if you want more information about this, because there's a lot to, I had a 4-week class only on goal setting in the private group. You can join the private group, of course. I will tell you all about it at the end of the class, or listen to the podcast because I share a lot on the podcast about goal setting. So going back to our time management, remember, you need to know the reason why you want to change. And after that, you have to set your goals very, very clearly, because that way you will know what you're going to do with the time that you're giving. And here comes to our call to action and our homework. So the first homework is, or the first thing you need to do is, for this class, before we finish this class, is you need to write down all the goals that you want for this year, okay? All the goals. You can write all that comes into your mind, and then you can, filter that and maybe organize them by importance or time frame. And then I want you to use the SMART method in each one of the goals. So that way you will certainly know what to do and when to do it, okay? First, because we cannot organize anything in time if we don't know what we're doing. So we need to do that first. And then in your notebook, you're going to write down your why. Remember the 7 whys? So go through the 7 questions for your reason and find your true reason why you want to do this, why you want to tackle your time management, and why you want to improve. Then, how does being in charge of your time make you feel? Think about that. Think about, you are absolutely in charge of everything that you're doing, and you decide what time to spend on which activities. How does that make you feel? What do you want and need for your business? Because in the goals, we can even talk about our health, but specifically for your cake business. What is it that you want and that you need? Okay, want and need for your business. Those are going to be into your goals as well. And of course, organize your goals with the SMART method that I told you before, and try to prioritize them. So that way, when we move into the next class, that will be more about learning, let's say, learning tips on how to manage your time. We're going to talk about saying no. We're going to talk about motivation. We're going to talk about the things that are against us and the things that can help us. And towards the final class, class number 4, that's when we sit down and we do the planning, okay? So, but we need to know all of this before. We need to know the goals. We need to know if they're achievable. We need to know what time they need to be done. And especially we need to tackle the mindset, okay? Your reason, your why, how will that make you feel? And feeling in control of actually managing your time. Okay, so that is your call to action or your homework for this week. Let's just recap very quickly about this class before we go into finishing. Okay, so we talk about the concept of time management is the process of directing how much time is spent in certain activity, not how many hours we can do, how many activities we can do in an hour. All of these slides, I'm going to share it in the group. Then we talk about the poor time management, what happens. It creates stress and overwhelm and headaches and poor decisions and all of that. We talk about what happens when you have a good time management. You're efficient, productive, you prioritize, you have structure. Then we went to find out what is a real reason to change whatever that is going on with our time management. We talk about the goals, how to run the SMART filter through each one of your goals, and finally, your homework. Remember, write down your goals, find your why. How would be in charge make you feel? What do you need, really need, and want for your business, and to organize your goals for 2023. And with this, we go into the final invitation. This is what I call the VIP experience, which is the coaching group. I have two coaching groups, one in Spanish, one in English. In this coaching group, we go a little bit extra that we do here in the free class. We have live coaching sessions every week with me. After the class, I go and I talk to you about your homework, about how do you feel, about your story, about your struggles, what do you need. We have two more extra classes at the end of the month. We're going to have two extra classes on time management. I will share there some PDF and downloads that you can use to help you on your time management, and all of the private group classes and features, because you have the repetitions or the replays of all of the classes from the month of January about goal setting. We will have classes on social media not marketing, social media posting, how to organize your social media. And we will have classes on teaching as well, teaching your craft, how to organize your workshops, and how to teaching techniques that can help you become a better instructor of whatever that you do, of your art. And of course, by being part of this group, you will also have discounts and future paid classes and master classes that I will be teaching this year. So all of this is very simple. It's just an investment of 20 euros a year. That's it. It's a symbolic investment. It is actually an investment to get you to compromise to do the work, because I mean, we spend 20 euros in fruit nowadays in the supermarket, and it's just one payment for the whole year, and you will have access to all of this. If you want to be in this VIP experience or the coaching group, please leave me a message or send me a private message, and I will tell you all the specific on how to be part of this group. We already started with the group, but it's open for anyone to join. So with this, I say goodbye and thank you. But of course, we're going to have a little extra time for any Q&As, any question, guys, any questions that you might have today. Okay, let me see your comments. Amin, dear, well, I have all your comments. Okay, perfect, true. Probably about the things that I was talking about. Would be an honor to be coached with you. Oh, the honor will be mine. Teaching is on your list. Teaching is my superpower, so I can help you with that definitely. And thank you so much. This is I hope so. I hope it helps you. Like I said, you can go back and watch the class again. And if you're watching this class on a replay, leave me the comments here. Leave me the questions here, and I will answer as soon as I see it. Okay, we don't have private coaching here, but of course I will help you if necessary. So please let me know. And like I said at the beginning, the only thing that I want from you in exchange of this class is commitment, is that you do the work, is that you commit to really put in practice everything that we talk about here in the group first. And second, three things actually. Second, your feedback. I would love your feedback and your comments and your testimonials, so I can share those testimonials with other people and really show them that what we do here is of value. And third, share it with your friends. Invite your friends to the group, because the group is going to be open. This time management free class will be here for anyone who would like to watch it. Okay, so invite your friends to the group as well. Let's see. I have a huge problem with time management. Okay, I mean, you need help because you have a collaboration coming up. So I'm sure the collaboration will be in one of your goals for this year. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And remember, you have the support of Cake Friends Stay Creative, and I will be very happy to help you. Okay, there's no fuss in running a collaboration. If you organize yourself, if you have everything organized, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Okay, micromanaging. Okay, okay, that's It's good, and sometimes not that good, but it's okay. We can work it out. Any questions? Any questions? I don't know if we have. Let me just see here if we have any. Oh no, Emin, I think it's just you and me here actually right now. In the class live, but it's okay. People will watch it later on the replay for sure. So if you don't have any other question, if you don't have any other input towards the class, I guess we can go. I guess we can go. I can wait for a little bit, see if anybody joins. It's funny. I thought at this time, I did the class last week at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a few viewers, not so many, but I had a few viewers, and I thought at this time was actually going to be easier. Save private message for the good. Let's do that. And I thought, well, today maybe at 6 is better because the 3 people is working, but actually we had a better turnout at 3. But today I had a thing to do at 3 that wasn't in my planning, but I always leave space for that in case something happened. So I move it to 6 o'clock to today, but I guess next week we will be back at 3. Good, dear. Just send me the private message and we can talk about that. Okay, so you can, if you want to, you can be in the private group as well. Okay. Good, guys. Okay, Evan, dear. I guess I'm going to let you go. So do you have a Spanish and an? Yes, I do. I have it separately. One in Spanish and one in English because the art cake coach is mixed with with the Spanish and English, and sometimes either the Spanish speakers or the English speakers get lost in translation. So I decided to separate it because of that. So yes, and that's it. That's it. Okay. Well, sweetie, thank you so much for watching. I will see you. We will talk later. Okay. And we also have to talk about the collab, but we have time for that. I think it was a good turnout after I put the post in the group, so that will be good. You can let me know about that, about how that turned out. Time get more people. The Spanish one. Actually, in the Spanish one, we have more people and more turnout. It's funny, but it's true. So thank you. We can talk about it later. Thank you so much, and whoever is watching this later on, thank you for watching, and leave me all of your comments here. Bye bye, my friends. I will leave you as I always leave you. Stay safe, and stay creative. Big kiss. Bye bye. Hope you liked the class today. Thank you.